What's going on, people? It's Mr. Door back again with the review show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, another scoreline, another defeat for Nottingham Forest that ended Nottingham Forest 2, Fulham 3. Get everyone's opinion about yesterday's game. If you did go to the game, put in the comments below. How did you feel about the game? If you are new to our channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and like I say, comment below, people. It was frustrating, but it is what it is. So before I do, like I said, I've got the panel, old, new, young, old. I'm the youngest one here. First of all, next to me, we've got the Welshman, Stephen. How you doing, Stephen?
Yeah, I'm good. We'll be well, Ben.
Below me, we've got the English Steve. How you doing, Steve?
I'm all right, mate. How are you? How is everyone tonight?
I'm same old, same old. And last but not least, we've got the man himself, Ezzy. How you doing, Ezzy?
Yeah, I'm as good as I could be, mate. Yeah, considering, yeah.
As everyone knows, like I said, we lost 3-2. I thought I'd get the panel in, talk about yesterday's game. So, like another defeat, people. That's the fourth defeat in a row. I'm not going to talk about social media because I've not even seen it. I've been at work all day, and it is what it is. So people like to get comments in, and we're going to start with, well, Steve, give your opinion about yesterday.
Oh, where to start, really? Lining up was all wrong again. I'm going to go back to the same old O'Brien's. I know I've seen it everywhere. O'Brien's got to start. He has to start. That guy is pure class, right? I've said it from even the Newcastle game. That guy, he stands out, right? He's got to start in the middle. That's a starter. Our back line needs sorting. Cooper needs to get the back five who he wants, settled in. I hate to pick names out. I'm sure we're all thinking the same thing. Is Cook up to the standard? Worrell being dropped. The left back is still a decision to be made. Is top floor worthy coming back in because he's more defensive minded? Middle of the park, like I said, O'Brien should be starting. Up front is still not clicking really. Johnson's in and out of the game. Gibbs White is trying things. It's not quite working for him yet. Taiwo got his goal, but then he should have put that header away in the second half. He's not quite clinical enough yet. You can just cherry pick so much of it. It's such a frustrating game. Fulham just blew us away in 10 minutes. And even at Fulham's level now, they showing how ruthless this league is. Just before that, we had Johnson, just his heavy touch. If that was 2-0, we could have gone on and won the game. Gibbs White tried a few things just before they'd second, what was it? Maybe they equalised or the second goal. And then they went on and scored then 2 goals within 5 minutes and killed the game. And even when O'Brien scored, I never felt really confident we were going to get an equaliser, to be honest with you. Just disappointing overall.
Ezzy, you're next. What's your opinion on the game?
Yeah, I can't go too far off what Steve's just said, but there were positive signs because that first half, I think he played the way that we even did at home last season. We played as if we were the counter-attacking team, so we soaked up the pressure, but it just didn't work. But saying that, as much possession as they had in the first half, we didn't really create any chances. So what's happening in that halftime team talk that's bringing us out? We're coming out and we started off really well.
We started well, yeah, Eddie, but we started well the second half. This one I'm just a bit confused.
And this is the issue, that as soon as we concede a goal, our heads go down and we collapse, and that's what has happened time and time again this season. And there's got to be something to that. But we'll get onto the positives. I don't want it to all be negative, because there are positives that we've got to look at and things that will improve. And there's 2 players that, not to put too much pressure on them, but when they're back in the team, they will make a big difference. And you know who they are. It's Niakate and Mangala. Them 2 in there, considering it's our defence, which is a problem. But my other issue is with his formation. We've got to stop playing 3 out of the back. We can't do it at this level. There's not many teams who do that at this level. Have a look. There's not many teams. 95% of Premier League teams play a back 4. Why do we think we're good enough to play a back 3? It's not working. We're conceding far too many chances. And when we do concede a goal, we're just collapsing. Something the mentality has to change, but also in the formation and the players that he's choosing. I don't want. I'll end up having a rant, but Yates was just a wrong player yesterday.
That's harsh, man. But I'll say my view. I'll say my view. Come on.
So someone don't like what I'm saying, but Brian should not be. Is it me?
You're crashing. Keep crashing.
But Brian shouldn't be left out at any. Yeah, is it me?
Yeah.
Well, my point is Brian shouldn't be left out at any point whatsoever. But I'll let Steve carry on from this.
Steve, you're next. Let it away.
Well, I have to be honest with you. The boys on the right have absolutely hit the nail on the head. And I think fair play to them. They've got it spot on. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you, guys. I want Steve Cooper to succeed 110%. And anyone that thinks Steve Cooper should be sacked, go and bang your head against a brick wall, because you need to shake what's up there. I just want him to come out and say to me, why is O'Brien not playing? I don't get it. I just don't get that. Why? Because when O'Brien came on, he wins the ball and he moves us forward very quick. All right? We have got a problem at the back. You know what? I'm going to get shot down here. Williams and Lodi, they ain't fullbacks. Sorry, we need defenders there. You've got to keep a clean sheet. I don't know about you guys, Ben. I don't know about you here, Ben. But I sat there in the second half when it was 1-0 and I thought, if they get a goal, we're finished. You knew they were going to get another one. All right? And I just think, I agree. Yates, to me, I'm a big Yates fan. Okay. When O'Brien come on, Yates was a better player. He's a better player. All right. Whatever you want to say about Yates, he's a better player. But Frawley yesterday, I didn't know he was playing until he came off. I really didn't know he was playing until he came off. And the lad up top, I mean, I sit virtually so close to Cooper's bench. I can see him. He's having a go at him in the second half, saying to him, "Come on, Tammy, hold it up. Stevie Cooper just doesn't know his best 11, I don't think. And I think this is the problem when you sign all these players. But when I saw that team, I didn't think Royal would get dropped yesterday. Big call. I didn't think Royal would get dropped yesterday, but I'll be honest with you, it's not doom and gloom, and I trust Steve Cooper, and he's going to get us out of this. He will get us out of this. I just don't fester, don't sack Rodgers, because I think that'll have a bit of a adversary effect on us. But I really do think we need to look at that midfield. Our best midfield is Mangala and O'Brien. Yeah. Mangala's injured. O'Brien, okay, come on. He's got to go. He's got to start. O'Brien has. I'm sorry, there's no defence there.
Okay, right. So people, I said, the panelists have their opinion. In the comments, do you agree with what everyone's saying? I'll have my bit in a minute and see what everyone says. But let me go through comments, because all I see is comments going absolutely fast about what everyone's saying. Let me go for the first one. This is Kieran. He sent me a super chat. I don't think Cooper helps himself. Why is he taking it until 3-1 to make sub? That was hooted maybe for Super Cooper. Thank you for £4.49. Like I said, I'm going to be reflexive, Kieran. Thank you for that. Someone, I think, where's that comment? Where is it? I think there's a comment. This regarding you. Right. Let me say my opinion. I'll make it short, because, like I said, we've got a panel and they have to say. I've looked through social media. I heard your opinion. Ryan Yates against so much stick. Yes, it might have been his fault for the first and second goal. But who played alongside him?
Yeah, Fuller.
Right, Fuller. And has anyone gave him any stick to him? Has anyone gave him a stick? Yates is getting the most back. Okay, Ryan Yates, like I said, he did 2 mistakes.
Yeah.
But he was doing 2 jobs. Didn't see Fuller in the game at all. So Everyone's bashing Ryan Yates, saying he didn't do this, he didn't do that. What Fuller? No one's mentioned him. This is my opinion. I get it with
your opinion's spot on, but whose fault is that? Who's pairing Yatesy with Freuler? You know, I'm not blaming Cooper, but it's a wrong decision, isn't it? No.
Right. So let's keep it real, right? So you put Yates. Who? Right. Let's have a discussion, people, and people in the comments get involved. Mangala's injured, and let me start with Steve, and we'll go through the panel as well. Who would you put in that midfield then? Steve, we'll go for you first. Let's set the two pair in. Forget Mangala, he's injured.
Which one, Welsh or English?
Welsh.
My midfield?
Mangala's injured.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
who would you put in?
1,000,000% O'Brien.
Yep.
He starts every game. And I would put, like Steve just said, Yates' game up when O'Brien came on, because O'Brien has that confidence to take the ball and just run, carry it and move forward, and Yates can do his bit then. Where I agree with you, Ben, is when Yates is against someone else, maybe he has to do more work, which maybe stands out more then. Because he's maybe showing himself up to, do more mistakes, if that makes sense. So I would start with O'Brien, and I would probably go with...
There's a problem. Everyone, and this is the problem. Like, no one knows. Like,
this Freuler looks a good player.
I love Ryan Yates. Everyone knows how I feel about Ryan Yates. But the stick that he's had on, like, everyone's had opinion, and that's fine. That's fine. But the stick that he's got, Ryan Yates, for me personally, watching him was doing two jobs. He was doing Fuller's job, and then when Ryan Yates is doing, like, this is what I've not seen no one absolutely hammer him.
I would probably play O'Brien and Kwate
in the midfield.
Yeah, Kwate is just... I didn't see all the Bournemouth game all the way through, but I seen enough of the game that he played well and he scored the goal. But I think he has that presence. He's a big monster of a player, and sometimes you need that presence in midfield. So I'd probably go, as it stands now, Kwate and O'Brien, just because O'Brien's class on the ball and work rate, and Kwate's presence in midfield. So that would be my pairing in midfield.
Okay. Eddie?
Well, I'd change the formation, mate. I would get rid of a three at the back. I'd have three in midfield. So I would have Kwate, O'Brien, and I would have Freuler in there. Freuler isn't being able to play the game. He's not a tough tackling midfielder. That's not his role. His role is...
He didn't do nothing yesterday.
No, right. Okay, it took him a while to get into the game, but once he did get into the game, he was linking up. He wasn't influencing the game, but like I said, he was being asked to do a job that's not his key job. He needs to have two tough tackling midfielders around him, allow him to link up the play, because there was no link up play. We bypass our midfield over and over again, and the three at the back just is not working. That has to go, and we have to play three. As far as that's just my opinion. Obviously, everyone's gonna we'll go around, and everybody will have a different opinion on who should be in that three. But if we haven't got Mangala, if we had Mangala fit, let's say if we had him fit, it'd be him, O'Brien, and Freuler for me. Honestly, because Freuler, we can't see the best of him because he's not doing the job that he's best at. If you're going to bring certain types of players in, you have to play them in their best roles. You can't put square pegs in round holes, and I feel that's what Cooper doing. I'm not criticizing Cooper. I trust in Cooper, and alluding to what English Steve said. Anybody who thinks he should be gone needs a head check, because even if we do go down, I would not want anybody else in place to try and get us back up. But he made a mistake last night, and he needs to understand in my opinion, he made a mistake. But then, like I say, this is all about opinions, and he shouldn't have paired Yatesy with Freuler. He should have paired Yatesy if he's going to play Yates. And this is the sentiment that I don't want. He's supposed to be not sentimental. This was a sentimental decision. He dropped Worrell, but he felt like he had to have his other captain on the pitch. But I'm sorry, it just didn't work yesterday. So if you're going to play Yatesy, play him with O'Brien, because O'Brien, you saw as soon as he got the ball, he he asks for the ball. Even Yates doesn't ask for the ball. They're all hiding. The midfielders are hiding. I don't see them moving into space. Yeah, we saw the most perfect example, which was Man City, but their movement was amazing. They work so hard off the ball. They give the man on the ball so many options, and we just don't do that. So we're always looking for the ball down the channel or the one over the top. And if that's our only two options that we've got, we need to really have a look at the way we're playing, because our midfield gets bypassed until Brian came on. And when Brian came on, we changed our formation. We changed to 4-2-3-1. Don't tell me we're doing that, So that's just my opinion, but I think it needs to change.
Listen, like, you're on here to have your opinion, and that is, like I said, and this is why I do it. Like I said, we're gonna have a good moments, we're gonna have bad moments. As everyone knows, last season, first 6 games were the worst moments ever. This is why everyone's here. And Steve, who would you do? Who would you be your two centre midfielders, or would you change formation? He's crashed as well. Steve, he crashed.
I agree with Steve. 110%. We go with O'Brien starts ahead of anyone. I would go with Yates, because I'm a Yates fan. I totally agree what you're saying, Ben. Yesterday, Frawler, Yates was, like you said, he was doing 2 jobs. I think he was doing 3. Yates was just, Frawler is not a tackler. Frawler is what I call a luxury player, where you've got your 2 players, you've got your O'Briens, he goes and wins your ball. And you know what? I don't know whether you can remember, there was a guy who used to play for England, a guy called David Batty. He won you the ball. He passed it to the flair players, and the flair players went and done it. And that's what Frawler is. He's a flair player. And to me, that's what Frawler is. He can't play in a 2-man midfield, all right? He's got to have 2 guys who are going to win the ball and say, there you go and do your bit. But I would start with Yates and O'Brien. If Mangala's fit, then Mangala and O'Brien start. You've only got to look West Ham and Everton for 55 minutes. We were there, Ben. Everton, we dominated that midfield with them 2 in. They were brilliant. And when Mangala got injured, Yates came on, and because O'Brien was there, Yates was still good. He was still good. It didn't change us. All right. So for me, the key for me is O'Brien. That's the key for me. O'Brien starts, play Yates. He's not a bad player, but he needs that protection. And he was a different player when O'Brien came on.
100%.
So that's my opinion.
100%. That's it. Like I said, it's Stephen's opinion. And like I said, everyone's got an opinion. I'm just like I said, there's loads of comments coming as well. Like I said, it was a crazy situation yesterday. Like I said, everyone is angry. Maybe he's at Cooper, maybe he's at each player. But before getting the next subject, and another player, like I said, what annoys me as a Forest fan as well, it's the current players are the easy targets. Like I said, people could target Ryan Yates. Joe Wall didn't play. But when Joe Wall come on, I thought he was all right. Another player that's been targeted again is Brennan Johnson. Steve, what's your opinion on Brennan?
Which one?
Well, Steve.
He hasn't hit the heights of last season. I think he's in and out of games. He's showing glimpses of it, and then he's gone quiet. We got to remember one thing: this lad is still young, and also he's had big price tags put on his head in the past. We've saying like 40 million this, even 40 million plus for him last season when Brentford was sniffing around him. He's not the finished article yet. And yeah, it was frustrating yesterday. If his touch was better, he was throwing goal.
Right. Let me put in on this level one. Right, who made the second goal?
Exactly.
Johnson.
Right. Yeah. So this is a problem. I'm not attacking Steve. I want to select Steve's opinion.
But do you know what? Right, what we forget as well. We're up against top class defenders now. We're not in the Championship now. We're against in some cases world class defenders. They're gonna double up on Johnson. They're going to target him. You know, we got to when these teams are holding meetings and they're going through videos, they're going to show videos of him last season, and they're going to say, right, double up on this kid. I just remember the first game of the season against Newcastle. Every time the ball went out to him, Newcastle smothered him. And I've seen it a lot this season. He's just not getting that break at the moment. It will come. It'll be one game, he'll rip a team apart, and he might score an hat-trick. But you've got to give him time. Like, and I know I said earlier, he looks like he's low. He may be low in confidence as well. Like, but just give him time. He's still a class player. You know, he'll come good. It's just I was frustrated from yesterday with that touch. He looked frustrated as well because it came to him quick. If he got
the early second half, if he got that touch and something happened, but it is what it is. Like I said,
just give him. At the end of the day, he's still a good player, and he's one of our better players.
It is what it is, and like I said, it's my problem is, like I said, everyone has an opinion, and this is why we're here. And it's easy. Brennan, Yatesy, Joe Wells on the bench today. These kind of players, it's always an easy target to give those players. And things like people say, "Oh, we need Mangala in the midfield. He's injured." What do you expect Steve Cooper to do? He's injured. So, yeah, this is what it is. Right, Ezzy, like I said, let's go back to the game. And first off, what was your opinion on the first half, Ezzy?
Well, obviously they had a lot of possession, a hell of a lot of possession, but we didn't really create anything. And I think thought we looked comfortable. You know, I thought we were worthy of our goal, to be honest. But I do actually want to touch on that thing about Brennan, because Brennan, I've said this and I'll stick to it. Despite all our multi-million-pound signings, I think he's still our best player. He is our superstar. He is our hidden talent. But we're forgetting one major thing, and we're missing it. And we're not. Some people have mentioned it, and others aren't admitting it. But we're missing Jed Spence massively. Because I tell you what, the difference. You watch what Jed used to do. Jed used to attack players. He used to take people on. We'd have 2-3 defenders around him, which freed up the space for Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson looked a lot better last season when Jed was at the top of his game, and we're missing him big time because as good as Nico is, he doesn't take players on, and he doesn't have 2 or 3 defenders distracting around him. We're missing Jed big time. And
So let me respond to that. So you just said we miss Spence. Do we miss James Garner? Do we miss Davis?
Yes.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Definitely Davis, who's as I will back.
Tower wanting to upgrade to Davis.
He's not from the type of way they want him to play. And I said this earlier on when we just after the game against Valencia. But one time they played to his strengths. He created that goal for Brennan Johnson. Play him down the road. He loves to run onto the ball, but we haven't been doing that too often. But play it to his feet and expect him to hold it up, that's not his game. I mean, it's been proven it's not his game. And like Steve Oldham alluded to, what's Cooper trying to get him to do? He's trying to get him to play that game, but that is not his game. He can't hold on to the ball. And Keenan Davis, he didn't score as many goals, but he caused defenses problems and he held up the ball. He got us up the field, and players like Garner fed off him. So yeah, I believe we are missing those players, mate. And I think
we missed Samba. We missed Samba. Let's go last one.
I don't think our goalkeeper's the problem, but Samba had an aura about him. You know, and nobody can deny that. You know, he was a shithouse. You know, he wound the opposition up and he made himself known. But yeah, there's players we're missing. And maybe I'm being sentimental now, but you know, if you look at the way Brennan's played this season, he hasn't had the support from. I was really looking forward to that link up with Nico Williams. And can we honestly, any of us say that we've seen that this season, that link up? You know, we haven't seen it, not to the best of the abilities anyway, not as well as him and Jed linked up. So that's just my opinion on that. I can't even remember what your question was, mate. But I wanted to
get...
Can I just make a quick point though? And I seen an interesting tweet that someone put out. It was quite interesting. He said that would it have been worth us, like with the squad we had, last year and the way we played, and the likes of Garner and Davis and even Zinkernagel, right, was vital to the way we played our game. Should we have gone and got them guys in and then build the team from there? Because, like we just touched on, the likes of Davis, Garner, Zinkernagel, these players, Spence, they just brought so much to the team, and then all of a sudden they all go back, and we've had to bring in new players, which they thought was an upgrade. And I agree with you. I like Nico Williams, but he's got big shoes to fill in Spence, because I'm not saying Spence would have been as effective in the Premiership. We won't know, because obviously he's not getting a chance at Spurs and he's not signed for us. But I think that tweet was interesting. I don't know if you guys agree that maybe we should have gone for them players, that spine of that team. Henderson is, and again, it's an upgrade from Samba in my eyes. But, them players, do you agree with that tweet? Do you think we should have gone up and got them guys and built the squad from there? Or do you think them players are still not quite...
Okay, wait, let's get Stephen. Let's get Stephen. English Steve.
Yeah.
What do you think of what Steve just said on that tweet?
What was the tweet? Sorry, what was the tweet?
Basically, this fan said that we should have gone out and got the likes of Davis, Zinkernagel, Garner, Spence on permanent deals, and then built the team around them from where we were last season.
Can I do it individually?
Yeah.
Yeah, make it quick.
Spence, yes. Zinkernagel, no. Davis, yes. Garner, yes. But I'm doing it simple. I just think Davis would have held the ball up. Okay, the ball, it's very hard to knock him off the ball, and he brought everyone in. I just want to get one quick thing about Brennan Johnson, okay? And I just want to get a quick thing about Brennan Johnson. You have to play Brennan Johnson, all right? Because I tell you this now, if we play the correct ball, which is behind the defenders, you ain't stopping him. And I think if you go back to watch that game yesterday, I think Jono, both our goals are caused by him, because Bolly plays that ball behind the first goal and he gets behind the defender and gets the corner. In it comes, bang, we go in and the second goal starts. Okay? So I'm just saying, Jono, if the ball gets behind them defenders, we're in. All right? We're in. And that's my opinion. Okay?
Right. So that's everyone's opinion. People, there's 162 people in. If you can, do a massive favor for me. Hit the like button if you can, people. I'm going to go through the comments. Sorry, I've just been listening to these three. Everyone's opinion on. I'm going to get this through. Adam, I agree with Ez. We miss Spence. This is from Gordon. Spence is far better. I don't care what anyone says. A lot of people loving Spence. This from RGK Electric. Too many signings. We look like Muppets. Unbelievable. This is from Little Bob in Tube. William shooting is like a junkie. What? This is from Brandon. Nico Williams is better. As well. And another one from David scored today as well. Patchy said Tabolde is not to upgrade on Taylor. Never mind Davis. That's a bit. Nah, I don't agree with that. But like I said, Patch, it's your opinion. I'm not trying to disagree with you. I'm just, it is what it is. Matthew says, agree, miss Garner and Spence big time. Travis says, Ez talks sense. This one I think what I like. Just people have an opinion. Paul got to relax and play it simple. We can't relax in this league. This is probably in the Premier League. And let me talk. Let me ask you, Steve. Like English. This is English, Steve.
Right.
6 minutes of I don't know what can you call it. Lost concentration. It's just it can't be happening, can it? While we're in the Premier League.
No, you can't. I mean, you sum it up, man. You're spot on what you're saying, mate. It's the toughest league in the world, and every mistake you make is punished. We made I noticed one of the comments that was going up on the comment wall that blamed Yates for 2 goals, blamed him for the first and the second goal. Yeah, okay. I think you also got to look at both those 2 goals that we conceded, the first and the second goal. We're in advanced positions when we're attacking, and we just get caught out. And it is the toughest league. And I'm sorry, but you know, we just got to stay positive. We've got to stay positive. You know, what we played 7 games?
Yeah,
You know,
something about that. Yeah.
Just this, we were always going to, Ben, we're always going to lose more than we're going to win in this league. All right? Always. Okay? I mean, I'm going to tell you this now, and I nearly fell over walking out that game last night. I heard some fans say, it's time to get Allardyce in. Allardyce in. What have they been drinking? All right? Allardyce in. You think that is the answer? I'll search me on Twitter. I'll buy you season ticket. In fact, I'll buy you season ticket for a couple of grand. All right? Okay? Because
It was me, Steve. It was me. I said it. I said it.
Yeah, me. I love it.
I said it. No, I didn't say it, people. I didn't say it. I just want Steve to give me a season ticket. I didn't say it. Right, let me just go through the comments.
Look, Steve Cooper is the best manager we've had since Frank Clark.
Dave Bassett. Dave Bassett. I was Dave Bassett.
No. Frank Clark.
Dave Bassett got us in the Premier League.
Frank Clark then Steve Cooper.
Come on. Listen, Frank Clark. Listen to me. I was there when he won all the when he got us into UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
But Dave Bassett, come on, Dave Bassett got us. Look at that team he had. Dave Bassett. What?
Steve Cooper took us from the bottom of the Championship to the Premiership.
1,000%.
1,000%. Since Frank Clark, in my opinion. All right.
Yeah.
And if my missus said to me, give me 200 quid to go shopping and buy a load of stuff, and in return you get a win at Leicester, I'm giving her that money because I want this guy to succeed. I really do.
Right, before I do get panel one, I've got some super chats for Kieran again. Johnson work ethic has been lazy, luxury player. Anyone agree with that?
No. Like I said, he's our superstar, mate. He's our best player. I don't care. With all these signings, he's our best player. Look at his progression from League One to Championship to international level, and now he's in the Premier League. He's going to get better and better and better. So he is. I love Kieran. He knows I'm one of his biggest fans. But I can't
Kieran, stop it! I'm joking. Thank you for the super chat. But this comment, Hadi, I love you so much, Hadi. I've watched this guy's watched my channel for a long time. But Hadi, what have you been drinking? I know it's a Saturday night. I miss the Championship. Hadi, I got so much love for you, man. But come on. People in the comments, do you agree with Hadi? Come on, Hadi. Love you, man. But no, we're in the Premier League. And that's we're here to stay. Another one from Forest Dan. Shout out to Forest Dan. I saw you before the game and so much love again. Back 4, 3 midfield. O'Brien starts. Job done. Thank you for the £2 as well.
Sorry, Ben. That thing with the Championship. Do you know why we are so deflated after the last 2 results? It's because the opposition we're up against.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we had lost 3-2 back to back to say, Spurs, we played well and we come up that game positive. We lost 2-0. I don't know. Maybe I can't think of 2 teams on the top of my head. More established Premiership clubs.
I don't know. Crystal Palace.
Palace and say, I don't know. Newcastle.
Arsenal. I say Arsenal.
Arsenal, right? Because it's the 2 teams.
Sorry, Curtis. I had to.
It's because of the 2 teams we come up with. We are really bitter about it. Because I said after the Man City game, going into Spurs Man City is 2 free hits, whatever we come up with. We get anything out the 2 is a bonus. our season resets after that, and then losing back to back to them two. What a massive blow that is to us, and what a massive boost to them. And the only way we're going to cancel that out is if we go down to their places and beat them when we go back to their places, to cancel out them two results, because that is such a blow to us. Not to get nothing out of them two games. That is huge. For me, anyway. I know it's early, but we've got to be getting something against them teams.
Right, before I want to end the subject, there's more comments I want to look through as well. And this is from Jay Coy. Are Spence and Garner ripping the Premier League? No. That's a fact. Like I said, I know Garner just signed for Everton. I don't know if he played. Have Everton played? Everton playing tomorrow? I don't know. So
Spurs were on the bench. Spence wasn't on the bench tonight.
Spence was on the bench. So that's telling you something. Like I said, we can argue about if Spence was in reverse, he'd be starting. Me personally, Williams, Welsh, international. He played for Liverpool. Me personally, he's young. Give this guy time. It will come great. Got another super chat, and this is from, thank you for the £8.89. I think I need that for my lime and lemonade, because here's what it is. And here's Lisa Howard. Lisa, I love you so much, Lisa Howard, but come on, Lisa, we're not in the discussion. You're in League One. I know you lot won today, but Lisa
against the mighty Wickham.
Lisa, it's just Mikey William. Come on, but Lisa, I love you so much. I miss you on this channel, Lisa. Hopefully, I'll see you in 10 years' time, or maybe 20 years' time. We'll play you then soon, or maybe the Cup game. We never know. But yeah, peace and love, Lisa. I love you loads, Lisa. I love you. Yeah. Where's I'm looking at this? Oh, this is my Stabbo. Jog on. He's a Spurs fan. Go away, Stabs. Go away. My guy, Pat. Big Pat, Lally, Big Doll, evening guys. I love this guy to bits. Coronation Street superstar. I'm not calling her a villain. It's a superstar. So shout out to my man Patty as well. And this is another super shout out from Andrew. Like I said, there 4 at the back, 3 midfield, 3 up front. With a try, you never know. Steve Cooper's got 2 weeks to think about what he's going to do. You might have players like Nakate, Magala back. We don't know. So this is a chance as well for him to think. This is from Kieran. Always love you, Ezzy, but fair enough. We don't know. My brother's piping up. You need more in midfield. You jog on. You focus on Liverpool, guy. You don't care about that's all that matters. Shout out to Eve. We don't miss the championship. I think we'll survive in the Premier League. That's it, Eve. You show these people who we think can stay in the championship. We don't want to be in the championship anymore. We want to stay in the Premier League. What else is there? I'm looking more Cooks. And then I think this is a Fulham fan. Thank you for the £1.79. Jalapeno Screamer. Right. This is another discussion. Let me get to Eze, because we was banging right in front of that goal. From our angle, that goal was simply no keeper was getting that. What was your opinion? Do you think Henderson could have done a better job?
I can't blame the keeper on that one. It was such a sweet strike, and like you said, we were right behind it. It was a sweet strike. It's stopping that opportunity happening, but he hit on the full. Didn't stop. First time hit with a ball coming across. They're not easy to hit, and when he hit as sweetly as he did, you can't blame Henderson for that one, mate. Maybe was it Yatesy? I've not even watched any of it back. Like yourself, though, I've been at work all day, so I've stayed off Twitter. I haven't watched the replays.
Don't go on it.
No, I won't. I'm seriously thinking about coming off it permanently, because you want to convince me to go back on it. But to be honest,
the thing is, right? Look, the thing about Twitter, right? The thing about Twitter, and sorry to put in there, everyone can have their opinion, and it's fine. Like I said, everyone has their say. The Forest fans, and they're entitled to have their opinion. But at the same time, what gets on my nerves, it's always the same players that is always gets attacked. Like I said, it'd be Ryan Yates. Me personally, I love Yates, but I don't think he was to blame. Like I said, you can blame the first and maybe the second goal, but it's always him. Brendan Johnson, same old. He gets attacked always because he's a striker. He scored 2 goals. He set up the second goal. If people can't remember, did you watch the game? He did set up the second goal. And Joel got dropped. We still conceded 3, but he still come on, and I thought he did okay. So there's a problem with social media. Like I said, it's always easy targets to target the academy players and not the players that were shocking yesterday. So
Yeah,
that's my
but
opinion.
the thing is, Ben, right? People blaming Yates for the first goal. Look, people are forgetting that is Mitrovic who used his experience to create the gap. He was smart. If you watch the goal back, Mitrovic blocked McKenna. I think Mitrovic kind of done a block to stop the run of Yates coming through, which he couldn't get back in time in for the guy to head it in. So yeah, you can blame him, but this is what we're up against. We're up against smart players. We just got to get smarter.
If you remember the game against us at City Ground last season, their first goal was just like that, where it was blocked up and they just went clean through. They tried to do it in the first half, and it almost did it in the first half as well, where that block happened right at the front post. So it's 2 or 3 times they've done it to us. So when are we going to wise up and realize that's their game plan? Because if you look back, they have done it several times to us. You get away with it once, but not 3 times. And they could have scored in that first half early from that position as well. So
because even though he didn't score, Mitrovic was a pain in the backside last night. Absolute pain.
Absolutely. But I mean, at the same time, my gripe about this Twitter thing is, if you got something to say, stop tagging the players in your comment.
That's what annoys me. That annoys me so much.
Say what you want to say. Everyone's got an opinion, but how would any of us feel if somebody's tagging us personally and having a go at us? They're human beings as well. So if you've got a point to make your point, but don't tag the players in it. It doesn't make you a big man, because most of them are keyboard warriors anyway, and I wouldn't ever say it to the players' faces. So don't sit behind there and do it that way. Yes, have your opinion, but don't tag the players in it. That's just my rant on that one.
100% bang on for us, and that's what frustrates me. Like I said, we're all Forest fans, and I speak to Steve before it started. Like I said, this time last year, we were bottom of the Championship. I don't want to listen. I know it's the best season we had last season, the best that we'll never forget. But this time last year, we were bottom of the league, and it's the same old nonsense. Like, oh yes, we're in the Premier League. We are in the Premier League. We're not in the Championship. And I saw comments as well today. And shout out to Dave and people in the comments as well. And I think Ali said it. What would you prefer? Win in the Championship or lose in the Premier League? We are going to. It's going to happen. But people in the comments, what would you prefer? Stay in the Championship or just be in the Premier League? Get the comments. And let me start with you, Steve. Like, and I know it's a daft question to all 3 of you, but what would you prefer? It's a daft question.
Which Steve?
Well, Steve.
Oh, Ben, I told him my views before. I said it to people over the years. I much rather us. I know it's an awful thing to watch, but I'd rather see us get stuffed at Man City and being outclassed by a world-class team than watching us against Rotherham on a Tuesday night and losing 1-0. You know what I mean? That's my view. At least you're up against. Take away the last 2 games, but watching us against the likes of Haaland and Kane and more to come. We still got to play Chelsea, Liverpool, Uniteds, and all these other teams to come. It's exciting. It's just the last 2 games have deflated us a bit because we played.
We should be beating them. We should be beating them.
Now, prior to the Spurs and Man City game, we should have beaten Everton. They're a poor side. We should have maybe seen that game, but we still took a point. West Ham, we beat them, and Newcastle away, it was our first game. So on the basis of it, it's just the last 2 games. It's kind of brought us back down to earth, I think. And I'm sure a lot of people would agree with me. I'd rather see us lose on Match of the Day than watching us on the EFL losing to Rotherham or Preston or something like that.
Stoke,
you know what I mean?
Or Stoke. People remember Stoke.
Stoke on a Tuesday night, freezing cold. Yeah, that kind of thing,
Sorry, before Christopher, I know it was a stupid, pointless question, but I know people. I saw it on today, and people was asking questions about they prefer to be in the Championship than Premier League. Why? Chris, it was a daft question, but it is what it is. Sorry, I'm going to. And as well, Pat says Premier League all day. Adams, one day we'll play in Europe. Hopefully, one day. Like Mamanaka said, hopefully 5 years' time, we'll be in Europe. So I think that's what we're on. Another one, this is shout again to Forest Stamp for £2. We are Premier League, baby. We are. We are. Like I said, it's weird. It's still weird after what happened last season. But like I said, we need to be reality. Just think about reality now. I'm thinking we are Premier League, so I'm. You know what? I'm
Ben, let me just say one more thing, Ben. You were there last year. You go back to that Stoke game, right?
Yeah.
Where you were completely deflated, right? But a year on, you're sitting there in the Etihad watching us get stuffed by Man City. But at least you know that you're watching a world-class team.
Yeah.
You can accept that. Last year, you couldn't accept that because losing a Stoke away 1-0 and just not playing is not acceptable. You know that, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like I said, we can mention Stoke. We can mention remember Cardiff City home game, the first game of the season, and we were all Forest fans back, and that game was just depressing. But now we're going to teams like Man City, playing teams like Spurs, and these last two games, like I said, we mentioned like teams like Fulham and Bournemouth who came up as well. We should have beaten these teams. Steve Cooper's got now 2 weeks rest to figure out what he can do next, because like I said, the Premier League is brutal. It's absolutely brutal, and no one's gonna feel sorry for us because, like I said, Bournemouth scored. No, Fulham scored 3 goals in 6 minutes, and here's what it is. Right, they've got another 5 minutes on the show. Steve, like I said, we've got 2 weeks rest. As a football fan as well, people in the comments as well, get involved. What's next for Steve Cooper? What do you think he needs to do? Like I said, hopefully we get. I don't want to mention, and when we keep mentioning, I know Nakate and Mangala are important players for us, but we can't. It doesn't mean if them two come back, we're going to win every single game. It doesn't mean the Premier League's not. It's not easy like that. What do you think he needs to do, and what players it's got to be proven as well? Well, Steve.
Oh, well, like you say, he's got 2 weeks now to hopefully get some players back. Hopefully our international players will come back as well without any injuries, you know. I haven't seen who's really been called up. I would think Johnson and Nico Williams have been called up, obviously, and even Wayne Hennessy. You know, we can't have him having an injury because Henderson, he could get injured for England. You know, all these things, we've got to think of these things as well, you know. We have got quite a few international players now. You know, Scott McKenna, has he been called up? Yeah. Who else we got? We got Lodi for Brazil. Are they playing in international games? I do believe.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, I have heard something crazy. Has Niakate been called up to the French squad as a fringe player?
No, Niakate, Senegal.
Oh, Senegal. Sorry, I thought it was France. You know, we just hope that nothing. You know, the curse of Forest again, the injuries. You know, only. I know other teams get injuries, but only us could have that luck where 2 of our better players get injured in the first game. It's just such a deflating. You know, really, and the Nigerian boys like Dennis and Taiwo, and have they got into that? You know, we have got a big core of international players now, so hopefully they'll come back injury free and get our injured players back, and he'd have a. You know, like almost a fresh start then, and really target that Leicester game because they're in big trouble. They are. They're in worse trouble than us, I think, because they are real. You know, and with the Rodgers thing, you know, will they sack him? Will they want? And I hope they don't, because you know what happens. They'll sack him. They'll have a new manager bounce, and we'll have the Bournemouth scenario all over again.
100%. Steve, you're next. Make it short and sweet because I need to leave in a minute.
What's the question? What's that? I was sorting out your number one fan. She was outside.
Steve Cooper's got a rest. Now he's got 2 weeks to sort this. Now, and as you know, Leicester lost. What do you think Cooper needs to do? Like I said, we've got players like people's talking about. We need to bring Nakate back, Mangala back. We don't know. They could be injured.
You can only bring them back then if they're fit. If they're injured, you can't bring them back. So I think you've got, no disrespect, you've got to look at what you've got in front of you today. You know, if them two are fit, fair enough, it's a bonus. By all accounts, I don't know whether you've been on Twitter, I've just had a look. John Percy's tweeted, it's on the verge that Rodgers is going to be pushed. So he's going to go. So that looks as if that's going to happen, which I did say before we came on air, Rodgers will be gone. I think he's just got. I think we've just got. He's just got to sort the back lads out, and stop conceding goals. I mean, I've seen tweets tonight that some people think we should drop Henderson and put Hennessy in goal. Like, am I missing something?
I know. I saw that. I seen that again. For shut up.
And Henderson. I don't think he was to blame for any of them goals last night, was he?
No, he wasn't very happy conceding them.
Yeah, he wasn't happy conceding them.
No.
I certainly didn't think I'd have put my hand up and gone, well, he should have stopped that. And the 3 against Bournemouth, was he to blame for any of them? I don't think he was to blame for any of them. Going forward, I think we're great. I think we look dangerous going forward. It's just that he's got to play O'Brien. Ben, he's got to play O'Brien. If he doesn't play O'Brien, starts the game, then I am going to stand on my head at Leicester for the whole 90 minutes until he brings him on. And I'm sitting next to you. So
you're not. You're not. I know you're not. I'm gonna get Leicester person to move you away and leave Aaron with me. You can leave Aaron with me. There's no chance.
You can believe you me, Ben. The last 2 games, you can have Erin because she starts kicking off.
Good. Yeah, I hope she pushes you away. Quick, last but not least, Ez, what do you think before we go?
I think he needs to, enjoy this break, regroup, and let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. The real season's going to kick off after the World Cup. We all know that. Let's just keep ourselves, and thankfully, there's at least one team worse than us. We just need 2 more teams to be worse than us, and then we'll be all right. Because let's not forget, last 10 years or so, it may be even longer, Forest have been in this cycle. Good season, bad season, good season, bad season. When was the last time we had 2 good seasons in a row? But I will take being a relegation fighting team for as long as we're in the Premier League. As long as it keeps us just above the dotted line, I would rather that than, inconsistent seasons in the Championship. So let's just remember where we are. Remember how much of a season we've still got to go. And the big test will come after the World Cup. Let's just keep ourselves in contention until then and not get too carried away. Yes, we're upset, but better things are around the corner. Better players are coming back, and he will get a better idea of who his best 11 is. And like Steve alluded to earlier, that's been the issue so far. I don't think Cooper knows what his best 11 is, or he's not had it available to him. But it'll come, and we'll stick with him, and we'll be fine. I know we will.
100%. Right, boys, it's been a great show.
Can I just answer one quick question?
Yeah, make it quick.
Answer me very quick. Yeah. Championship or Premiership? Anyone that says Championship, go and do what I said earlier about Steve Cooper getting the sack. Go and shake your head. You've got to be in the Premier League. End of. Premier League every day of the week for me. End of.
100%.
All right?
5%.
I do not want to go back in that Championship. End of.
Me either. I want to stay clear from the Championship. I think all Forest fans know that. I know some Forest fans like a tongue-in-cheek make it, but definitely. Right, people, thank you very much for everyone. Thank you, Steve. Welsh Steve. Thank you, English Steve. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, everyone, as well. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, Des is doing it on tomorrow, not Monday, because it's the Queen's funeral. So if any Forest fan wants to come on tomorrow's show and talk to Des about Forest, about anything that you want to come out your chest, message me, message Des. It starts at 9 o'clock, or I'll message Des to see what time, but it starts 9. If you want to come on the show, message me or message Des. Okay? Anyone can come on. Anyone. Quick 5-minute talk, and that's it. My vlog as well, that's out tomorrow morning as well, because I couldn't do it today because I was at work. So that's out tomorrow as well, 10 o'clock. So, and as well, shout out to Anthony from Australia. I forgot to talk about this. He done a little short vlog for me. So that'll be out sometime Monday or Tuesday as well. No, I'll make it Tuesday because it's a Queen's funeral on Monday. So that'll be out Tuesday as well, people. So watch out for that. Shout out to Anthony from Australia. That'll be out as well. Right, people, thank you, everyone. Like I said, thank you, English Steve. Thank you, Welsh Steve. Thank you, Eze. It's been a pleasure. Like I said, we've got a break, but I am going to do some streams about talk about Forest, and I think I'm going to do a stream as well because I think, as you know, Steve Cooper joined Nottingham Forest a year ago last week. So I'm going to do a special show there that's about Steve Cooper being at Forest for a year. So watch out for that as well. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for everyone. And if you are new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and hopefully, Forest fans, this break hopefully can give us the momentum wherever we can happen. Thank you for watching,
don't sack
people.
Rodgers, Leicester. Don't sack him.
Don't sack him. Don't sack him,
him.
people. Right, peace and love, people, and I'll see you soon.